So today I'm going to be talking about ADD and ADHD. And so the first kind of half of my speech is going to be about what is ADD, what is ADHD, more of the informative part. And then kind of the second half is going to be me talking about my relationship to this topic, and kind of why I chose it, and what my experience is with it. So for those of you guys that don't know, ADD and ADHD stands for Attention Deficit and Hyperactivity Disorder. And there are three types of ADD/ADHD. The first type is the inattentive type. And the second type is the hyperactivity/impulsive type. The third type is the combined type. So the first subtype identifies people who have little or no trouble sitting still or inhibiting behavior, but may be pretty much inattentive, and as a result have great difficulty getting or staying focused on a task. And the second subtype applies to those who may be able to pay attention to a task but lose focus because they're predominantly hyperactive and or impulsive, and because of that they have trouble controlling their impulse and their activities. And then kind of the third subtype is someone that falls into subset 1 and 2 at the same time. And so that's actually the most common between the two, and we see the most kids having that. So ADD and ADHD is a neurobiological based developmental disability that affects probably around 3 to 5% of school age population. And symptoms tend to lessen with maturity. So while it is possible for adults to have ADD and ADHD, it's much more likely for children and teens. And there's really no tried and true way to test for this disability. So that's a big thing, that when doctors are looking at this, most of the time the parents have been told of this, or they've seen this in their child, or like one of their teachers have identified it, and they're just like, I've seen this before, I think this is ADD, I think this might be ADHD, something to that extent. That's normally how it goes down. That's how it went down for me. So I have ADD, and that's kind of been a struggle for me since 8th grade. Before that too, I just didn't know I had it until 8th grade. So in 8th grade, I was just struggling in all my classes, and like my teachers kind of like got together, and like this was so encouraging because they were like looking out for me, and they're like, I think that like something is like actually off, because he's a great kid, but and like he doesn't seem like he's intentionally not trying to do the work. It seems like it's just slipping his mind. And so that's really what it was, is I would think I knew what the problem was, and I was like, all right, I'll just get this done. But really it was, I would like go at an assignment and just completely forget something about it. And like even trying to write stuff down like wouldn't help me. And so it really took until like I got that diagnosis, and like I was able to get the right medication for that. It really helped me. And like I said, with the maturity, I've started to see like symptoms going away. And so I still have some of those tendencies, but it's definitely not as bad as it was towards the beginning of my high school career, and middle school. And so it's really improved over the years, which is great. And it's not as much of a struggle as it used to be. And so like I kind of know what it's like right now. I know a lot of you guys are probably feeling like you're missing stuff, like with everything being online. And so just like I've kind of been through this, and it's not that bad. It actually like it gets better. So just know that. But yeah, it's really important to kind of know the difference. So just a little example is I was in geometry in ninth grade, and I was sitting next to a kid that had ADHD, and my teacher pointed it out and was like, "Look at this kid," and I was just kind of chilling there, and the other kid was like all fidgety and like tapping around and stuff. And he was like, that kid has ADHD and this kid has ADD. So there is a difference. And just being able to know that, because I don't know if anyone's going to be in contact with any kids or anything, or with whatever your profession is going to be. But just being able to differentiate between the two is really important. So thank you guys.